Welcome, Japan.
Welcome to another edition of Why Come Japan Update. What's so funny? What? Oh, you put the gummy in your mouth? Alright. Welcome to another edition of Why Come Japan Update, where we celebrate White Day here in Japan. I'm having trouble with this microphone. I need to get a new XLR cable. Woo. Reverb. Alright. So what was that you put in your mouth? What was that? Was that one of those gummy candies? Do you want to show us? Do you want to show us what that is, or no? You don't want to show us? Wait.
Okay, I'll show you. Sorry. I hate you. Why are you waiting so long?
So long for what?
It's getting melt in my mouth already.
Okay, well you have to you have to push the the record button and make sure everything's up and running. But anyway, yeah.
Okay, I'll show people what I have this.
Oh, gummy teeth. How were they?
Yes. Yeah, pretty good.
Okay.
Do you want to try?
Yeah, sure. I'll try some. Yeah, so this is an episode where I don't have a guest. I just have the girlfriend and me, and where we try new things.
Yes.
And we develop new personality.
Something sweet. You know what day is it? Could you show? No, opposite way.
Okay. I don't know how to do this. Like the gummy bear is not right for.
No.
Okay.
What you look like?
Well, this is terrible for an audio show because they can't see us or listening.
Okay.
Yeah. Kiki has some gummy teeth, but they're pretty good actually.
Yeah, right. Not bad.
All right. So welcome to another edition of Why Come Japan, the update show, where I don't have a guest because either A, I needed some filler, or B, there was just something I really wanted to talk about. And we need a new XLR cable for this microphone because it keeps on messing up. I'll probably periodically have to check that. So, if anyone lives in Asia, you will know that today is a special... What's up?
Oh, sorry. Keep going.
Yeah. Today is a special day known as White Day. I did some research before we started the show. It was a holiday... It's not a holiday. It's a concept started by the National Confectionery Industry Association. Basically, a tradition that was created by companies. You'll know a
chocolate company.
I guess so. I don't think confectionery. That's like stationery. Anyway, they created it as an answer to Valentine's Day in Japan because. Anyone who lives in Asia will know that Valentine's Day is the time when women have to give, chocolate to men. And I gave her some chocolate too.
Oh, thank you.
And
Tada.
Tada, free chocolate. Tada means free, right?
No, just I give to you, you give back to me.
Oh, okay.
Tada.
Oh, tada. Tada is like is the phrase tada, like here it is.
Well, whatever you say.
Okay, so normally you're supposed to return the favor, and I made sure I came prepared, and here, let me just move, hold on.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Here you go.
That's nice of you.
Here you go, here's some chocolates for Happy White Day.
Yeah, thank you. When did you get this?
It's a secret.
Oh, I know.
When?
Today, this morning.
Did I get it today? I don't know, did I?
You went to the 7-Eleven to got the chicken, then you got that
I
chocolate.
don't
Is
think
it?
so. Maybe.
That's the only
Hey, I'm
moment
George Washington.
you left.
I'm George Washington. I cannot tell a lie.
It's nice of you. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so that's basically like the kind of the tradition here in Japan where you give people gifts. Or what is it? There's like anybody who's been to Japan will know that you have a couple of traditional gifts you give people. Like there's a few things like homemade choco, which is like a homemade chocolate. And if a girl gives you homemade chocolate, you know it's on. She's like, let's do this thing.
Let's do what?
I don't know. It means you need to owe her chocolate later. But I imagine there probably are some men out there who just, like, I didn't want this shit, but I'm not sure. what's interesting is a lot of schools here in Japan, you can't actually, what is it? Are you looking at it? She's opening up the chocolate box right now. Yeah, I like the assortments. I thought it had a nice array of assortments. You know, at least in Japan, what is it? There's not as many as there is in the U.S. It's not like Forrest Gump type of shit or anything. You have to, like, force people to eat your own chocolate. You never seen Forrest Gump? It's not like you're missing anything. It's a movie with Tom Hanks, the guy who has the coronavirus, actually, right now.
That's sad.
Yeah. Partially, I guess we could talk about the coronavirus a bit. It's definitely a thing that's happened here, and it's kind of changed a lot of, I guess, plans that Japan had. Maybe some people I've even forgot that it was St. Patrick's Day a couple of days ago. Like, oh yeah, it's March and it's St. Patrick's Day. Whoa, something fell down over there. But yeah, it's like Happy Corona Day instead of Happy St. Patrick's Day. But the good news is I did at least remember White Day. Happenstance, quote unquote. And yeah, like I was saying previously, you have homemade choco, you have giri choco, which is like obligation chocolate. Probably people who are fans of this channel already know. Like, I know this shit already. Or if you don't, maybe if you're learning this for the first time, give us a like, give us a thumbs up, or one of those two. Yeah, give us or you have ine choco. That's also another one. So basically, what I wanted to talk about today was, as the title suggests, it's called Dating in Japan. And I wanted to give people a little advice on how it is, you know, because...
let's see how many experience he had.
How many experiences I had? Too many. Too much failure. You don't want to know? You don't want to talk about it? Well, you're here, so you might as well hear it now. I figured you'd have something interesting to add to this story. So basically, I kind of wanted to make a podcast for basically, because I often get people who message me. They're like, I want to go to Japan and I want to date the Japanese goyles and I want you to give me the advice. If I have this podcast available, people can just go to this one. So that way they don't have to, you know, ask me these questions to the internet. Let's see. Runaway Incursion in the chat says Tom Hanks is going to make Coronavirus the movie.
Really?
No, he's making that up. Tom starring the evil Corona.
Almost believed it.
Yeah. It sounds like a real thing. I mean, yeah. Tom Hanks is in everything. Yeah. He's been around forever.
What?
Tom Hanks? Him. No, I like him too. I'm just saying he's been around for a long time. Wow, we got one dislike already. Huh. Wonder what they disliked. I don't know.
I'm sure this is a mistake.
Oh, okay. It's probably... No, most dislikes on YouTube, they're mostly just for petty reasons. Okay. Maybe they gave us a dislike because they didn't... What did we say to give them a like for? I don't even remember. I don't remember. We said thumbs up for something. Yeah, so for those of people who are coming in who want to know how to date a Japanese girl or how to date, I guess, the women's in general in the Asian society that I currently, you know, the domicile of my life. I'm trying to be poetic here, and I'm failing hardcore. The only thing I can really tell is my own experience, and of course, you know, like I think it was I forgot who it was. It was either Kobe Bryant or LeBron. Yeah, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, or LeBron James. I can't remember which one it was, but when they learned how to play basketball, what they did was they watched videotapes of other people, you know, and how to become good basketball players. So, like you, because I imagine it's mostly probably boys who watch this show. What do you think?
I do too.
Yeah? Well, I mean,
sometimes. Maybe
there's some girls. I don't know. I guess maybe you can give the female perspective if push comes to shove. Runaway Incursion, tell us the secrets, Radrey. I'll tell you the secrets of my life and how I got to the point where I am today. Yeah, so for example, if you want to date in Asia, it's just, I mean, a few of my friends who came here from North America who've been here, maybe Europe as well, they often tell me that the dating game is a bit different than it is like in the U.S. or wherever.
Yeah, I'm wondering what is the difference.
You have like no idea what that is?
No.
I mean, I guess if I had to like think about it, I think what the real difference is, I can't think off the top of my head, but I mean like in Japan, because I know like you got pretty upset one time when I wanted you to pay Dutch. You remember that? Pay half because you're not. Is that like a normal thing in China? Because you're not from Japan, you're from China.
Like back then, like a girl always expect like guys pay the first dinner or meal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sure.
And that's kind of expected in China?
Yeah, or like people were thinking about that. Yeah, of course you're gonna pay that. Why not? Something like that.
Because like in Japan, when I went on dates, it usually became as one of these things where like they'd get offended if they didn't pay themselves.
No. I mean, if like if we are friends, it's totally fine. You pay yours, we go Dutch, like something. But that's the after we say, okay, let's have something real relationships, then that's different.
Okay, so that's a good sign.
Yes.
Anybody who's because as a person who's been wanting to hook up with someone, I guess not just hook up, I should say go on a date with someone, and anybody who reads dating books, because I read a bunch of dating books, particularly like The Game, Neil Strauss, and I can't remember a couple of others, particularly just The Game, mostly just Neil Strauss.
Oh, by the way, just like a girl expect the guy pay the dinner or meal, that was just the first beginning. After they got serious dating, like later, of course the girl will pay it too.
Pay half and half, go Dutch?
No, not go Dutch, just home meal or something.
Oh, okay.
It's normal too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Not always like guys.
Do you think that's the same with Japanese women?
How to say?
Because
so.
I never went on a date with a Japanese girl that wanted
really?
to say like,
are you lying?
oh no you I mean this is the well, maybe I am lying. I don't really remember.
See? This is a big secret I found today. Okay.
The big secret. All right. Well, you heard it here, folks.
Okay.
Yeah. So back what I was saying is that with the game that they have this kind of like lingo, this terminology they often use to like talk about things, because sometimes you have concepts and you need to shorten them in shorter words. They have this thing called issue of interest, an IOI. So often what you have to do when you're first dating a girl, I mean, this goes for anywhere, is you have to look for issue of interest. So if a girl is interested in you, just pay attention to like these really subtle things that she does. How she's looking at you, if she's laughing at your stupid jokes, paying attention to all the dumb things that you do, or not keeping her eyes on you and not on her phone is probably a really good sign. Basically, I guess maybe I should probably start off with where's a good place to meet women in Japan? Cafe?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, what kind of cafe? You can't just randomly go up to a chick like, hey, you want to go on a date? That makes it sound like you're like a male gigolo.
Like, you can start having a conversation with the girls, then, like, not too loud. Like, a movie theater is totally no, I think so. Because, just watch
you're talking about a place to go on a date.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm talking to a place like, where do you meet them? Like,
okay.
The first time.
Yeah, cafe place.
No. That's like a place to go for a first date. I'm saying, like, let's just say you're outside and you see some hot guy. You see, like, Sato Ken or something.
No, that's Takeru, okay? Make it right.
Was it Sato Takeru? All right. Kiki, for some background, for context, Kiki really likes this show called, what's it called? Koi no something. Koi
wa doko made tsuzuku?
I'll love you till the end or something,
yeah, something
right?
like that. I forgot the name.
Terrible title, but
God damn it.
I think it's a terrible title. I mean, it just sounds like a soap opera. Sounds like a drama you watch. Well, I mean, it seems, because it's on late at night. That's not a soap opera. A soap opera is a show that's like on the middle of the day for women, and Because, I mean, this show is kind of like more like a romantic comedy, and it takes
Yes.
place in a hospital. But yeah, but you're a big fan of this main actor who's in the show, and his name is Sato Takeru. Hold on, the mic's acting up again. I don't know what the deal is here. Need to buy a new XLR cable. There we go. Yeah, so let's just say there's this Sato Ken looking guy you see in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess for a woman, it's probably a lot harder to, like, let's say, to like, get his phone number or something. Because the main goal, the main objective you need at first when you're going on a date, or you want to make a date with a certain girl, is the approach. Is figuring out how do you approach them. So, like, if a girl is interested in a guy, what does she do? Because
trying to talk to them more
okay.
and got tension. Like maybe like for the first time, like it's really hard, or maybe they don't have much talk. Maybe just have like a group meeting or group dinner or something. That would be easier.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, sometimes as myself, I was kind of oblivious to, what is it? Like, sometimes girls would be interested in me, and I had no idea that they were interested in me.
Oh.
For example, I knew this one girl back in high school, and she used to do this stuff for, they used to use this thing like Instant Messenger, right? AOL Instant Messenger. And sometimes she would wait to, like, talk to me on there, and I would just talk to her because, you know, she was just a girl from school. Hold on, I gotta fix this mic. It's like a real problem. There we go. All right, okay. So there was this this girl from high school, and then she'd, like, randomly come up to me and be like, "Hey, you know, I saw you online, and I saw that you said hello, and you know, and I wanted to talk to you. Sorry, is everything okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, everything's fine. It's fine. You know, it's just AOL Instant Messenger. Like, you say hello to somebody, and it doesn't really matter." And then, what is it? 20 years later, I'm like, "Oh, she was interested in me." So sometimes, like, it was hard for me to pick up on these things because I was so oblivious to it. I think there's another situation where sometimes I like to go into, like, people's rooms and look at their movies and their books. No, I mean, if you're friends with them. I'm not saying, not randomly, like, "Hi, I'm going to go into your house and look at your books and movies." No. Like, I'd like to go into, like, look at their library, you know, and I can't remember the exact context, but I think there was a time
look at what they collecting, or...
Yeah, looking at what they're collecting. I can't remember the exact thing, what happened. This was in the U.S., but I was looking through their movies and their books, and the girl shows up in her underwear.
What?
She came into the room, and I was so, like, embarrassed. I'm like, "Oh, Jesus, I gotta get out of here." Oh, she's changing, you know. I had no idea that she was interested in me. Runaway Incursion, Radrey, stop fiddling with the microphone. Well, I mean, I could hear it. The sound is like, it's hurting my ears. So, I mean, if it's okay on your end, let me know. Because like this weird humming sound on the other side of the microphone, and it makes Kiki's voice really low.
Okay.
But now it's better. Runaway Incursion, Radrey's Secret of Life revealed for Kiki. Yes. Yeah, so basically we were talking about where it is that you go to pick up girls or pick up guys or wherever. I mean, there's several places. I think you should really start going to places where people...
Let me know what you're thinking. Like, let me know what you think, what is the best place, or...
Yeah.
Yeah, please write down there.
No, what I think the best place is you should try a number of places. You should try... first of all, you should probably try places where, like, girls actually want to meet somebody. You know, where it's like a meet-up zone, or a place that's, like, designed to meet up with people. Because one thing I learned from all my mistakes is you will fail a lot. Like, more than just a little bit. A lot. Especially if you're not, like, Brad Pitt or something. Of course, looking good and keeping up with personal hygiene helps a lot. Brushing your teeth, combing your hair, make sure there's lots of money in your wallet, the simple things like that. Because women pay attention to men. They look them up and down, and make sure you have nice looking shoes. They do care about your shoes. when she say about that? Don't you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
So make sure you look pretty flawless. Even if you're fat, be the cuddly cute fat guy.
Just
Don't
be clean.
overall clean, because Japan's it's a a
set up
culture that really
yourself
focuses
clean.
on
Yeah.
cleanliness. Yes, you could also try Gaijin Bar. Runaway Incursion in the chat is saying that. Yeah, like there's these things called you can look for in the internet called international parties. You can find those. There used to be sources back when I was like dating hardcore. Like Mixi used to be good, but that doesn't exist anymore. I don't know. And I guess there's also dating apps. I guess with dating apps, if you want some success with that, make sure you take a good picture. Don't not like a ridiculous picture of like where it's hard to see you, or if you want to take a good. I often
Never
hear
put your friend's picture there.
Yeah, don't put a picture of you and your friend, because then people will kind of swipe away.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a nice picture with you standing up straight, good posture. Don't fold your arms, kind of like look welcoming. And there's that sound again. Look welcoming. Look like you actually want to meet new people. Let's see, what else? That's the one thing with the dating app. Or, I think the best way, personally, when it comes to dating, is I think if you want like a stable girlfriend, like the one here, the best thing to do is to meet friends of friends. You know, you should meet other people where they are. Sorry, the sound of this microphone is driving me nuts. It really is. Hold on. It's like breaking my concentration.
Should we just use the same microphone? No.
I guess we could. Just get a new XLR cable. Okay, there we go. Alright, that's perfect. Alright, so, yeah, the best thing you can do, Tokini Andy, yes, Mixie did die. Mixie's gone. Ninjaru, good day, mate. Hey, Ninjaru, thanks for joining the chat. Runaway Incursion, I met some lovely Japanese women while studying in Korea.
Really?
Tell us more about your story, Runaway
Yeah, I would like
Incursion.
to hear.
Yeah, actually, Radrey, you should have tested this. I did test the setup before it went on. The problem is that this audio thing. I just need to get a new XLR cable. I didn't have a backup. Normally, I always do, but it's Shogun Eye at this point. Yeah, meeting Japanese women abroad actually is quite, especially if you want to meet up with, or if you want to hook up with Japanese girls, that's probably your best bet. Because a lot of the time when Japanese women who are looking for a boyfriend or a girlfriend here, they already they have their mindset basically on Japanese men only, probably, because it's a very traditional society. Whereas I think, like, with people like Kiki here, she was interested in dating a foreigner like me because she was not living in China. Like, if you were living in China, do you think you'd be more interested in dating only Chinese men?
I'm indifferent.
You're indifferent?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, when was it that, like, made you interested in dating foreign men, opposed to just, dating people of your own kind?
That
sounds weird.
I don't know.
Say,
just like I was young, want to try something different. Then, yeah, I never had like a foreigner boyfriend, so I would like to know what kind of feeling or how they treating, how's the relationships. So yeah, sure.
Was there anything in particular you liked about foreign men that Chinese men weren't doing it for you?
Oh, they will say something sweet things all the day. I mean, like, hey honey, I love you. Hey honey, you did a good job. Like I don't know. For a lot of Chinese men, like they would afraid or be shy to say, hey, how good job you did.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I needed encourage from somebody else. So I mean, this is one good things about that too. Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. Okay. So there's kind of like say, or what is it? Some of the things that foreign men say, it's a lot different than what a Chinese person would say. Probably Japanese women are the same way.
Yes, probably.
I remember that like they like these cheesy things that they hear in movies sometimes. Like I don't know, the cliche shit like "I've always loved you" or something like that.
Ew.
No, all right. Well,
maybe. Okay.
Yeah, so that definitely helps. But yeah, I think really when it comes to dating foreigners, like I remember when I was in the U.S., I was never actually interested in dating women outside of America. Like I was, because like sometimes my
same
friend,
here.
when I think it was like my other friends who introduced me, like, oh no, she's the sexy foreign girl. Like they'd always talk about her, like, no, you should hook up with the sexy foreign girl because she's, she's different and she's wild, she's crazy, right? And that was always the image of dating the foreigner. Something that was just, it was exotic and different. It wasn't vanilla. Like, just, it's just kind of boring dating someone who's of your, I don't know, nationality. I feel like I'm walking on eggshells here, but not talking, like, sounding racist. But maybe I should just say fuck it. Tokenie Andy says, a lot of Japanese girls want to learn English, but that can blossom into something more. Yes, that is true. They do. If you ever listen to a former guest of this show, Chris Broad, he has a podcast we'll just call the Broad Japan Podcast. Real original there, Chris. Anyway, he talks about how when he first went on his first date, that the girl told him, "Hey, let's practice English together sometime." But he had no idea that it was actually her wanting to go on a date with him. You didn't know that?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Actually, I expect you learning some Chinese.
Yeah, I'm a terrible Chinese learner. I need to learn more.
Okay.
Tokenie Andy, especially when those cheesy things you talk about come out. Tokenie Andy, like random flowers. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Runaway incursion. Japanese women want to escape the sometimes suffocating social rules. Yeah. Do you ever feel like there's a lot of social rules with China as well?
Like what?
I don't know. I can't think of any off the top of my head.
How about U.S. like social rules, something?
Social rules. Like you can't. I don't know. I can't think of any off the top of my head. I'll have to come back to this if something comes to my mind. But yeah, that is true. Social rules are a big thing. Because I guess one way you have what is it, like honne and tatemae, public self and private self.
Oh.
I mean that exists also in the U.S. too, like where people are what they call PR friendly, where they're just friendly for the sake of because they're at work or it's a job. Whereas I think in Japan sometimes I think there was dates I'd go on where the girl would date me and she was just being nice.
Yeah.
She wasn't really dating me because she was serious. Did you ever do stuff like that? You went on dates with people because you just wanted to be nice?
Kind of. I did once.
Oh, really?
Well, I don't really want that serious. I mean, the relationships like a boyfriend, girlfriend, Just try to be nice, be friends. I mean, they're nice. You don't want to hurt them.
Right.
Yeah, right. So, just hang out sometimes.
Huh. I can't. I don't know. I've been living in Japan for what 11 years, so it's kind of hard for me to talk about the talk about like what it's like in America. I don't want to be like Dave Spector, saying, "Well, America thinks," but I guess I do have some memories of this. Like, what do they say? The Romans say that like after seven or so years, your body is like has completely new cells. And that you're kind of almost like a completely different person physically. I guess the neurons, or is it neurons, was the stuff in your head, those are the same. But you're basically kind of different after like 7 years. Yeah, so basically what I was saying, yeah, there's dating apps, there's international parties, And then there's also friend of a friend. Like, I'd say these are the best, especially if you're looking for like a long-term relationship. Because usually, if you have a friend of a friend, women don't feel too, what is it? Because sometimes if you meet women in bars or maybe even international parties, they may be reluctant to start a long-term relationship with you. Because otherwise, you're just some guy she met at a bar, and she's unsure about who this person is, quote unquote. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So once you get to that point, that's the hardest part is like finding places where people who actually want to meet you. I mean, yeah, so there's some dating guys that talk about you gotta do street, you gotta pick girls up at the street. I think that's actually the worst and the hardest place to meet women, because like a lot of the time, girls are on the street, they're busy, they got places to go, they have things to see. They're not ready to like
This is
strike
a terrible idea.
Yeah, it's a terrible place to meet women because they've got things to do. Everything. Japanese women, or at least in Tokyo anyway, they're always like on the move. They're on the go. They have to always be somewhere. Yeah, Tokini Andy, friend of a friend, or Gokon are pretty good. Yeah, I could agree with that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Again. Also, I should probably cut back to the dating app. Also, having a picture with you with a bunch of Japanese people is also comforting to them. That's also really helpful. But yeah, I guess I should talk about my own experience. I did all these. I did the dating apps, I did the international parties, and I tried to meet people through friends of friends. And yeah, and you have a lot of failure. You have to like really, sometimes you can get really depressed after like failing hard, and you just hating yourself after failing so hard. But I feel like what you really need to do in order to improve is you need to think about what it is and where you made your mistake. And if you have like a close friend or something, kind of review it with them, and they can kind of like tell you their opinion about what it is you did. Because sometimes you'll do things on dates and you'll have absolutely no idea that, or at least I'm speaking about me. I'm talking about me. I don't know how you guys are, but sometimes you'll make these mistakes and you'll have no idea that you're making a mistake. So that's a real thing. Tokeni Andy says there is a bar in Nagano called Monster Tequila. Tequila is free for girls. A lot of ships, relationships are made there. Oh, good to know. Thanks for that tidbit, Tokeni Andy.
Are you gonna go there?
No, I'm in a long-term relationship with you. Of course.
There is a knife here.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just pull out your knife. This will be my last stream. And you saw it here. You saw it here, folks. Me getting murdered.
You want to see the murder?
Yeah. Well, that'd be better for my numbers. Maybe it might go up a bit. I wonder how fast YouTube would be to like cancel me, to like end the stream if like something bad happened. Like if I took off all my clothes or something, or if you murdered me or something. I don't know how fast they are with that. Because, I mean, you remember that? This is really dark. This is really, really dark. But, like, you remember that New Zealand shooter?
Oh, yeah.
That was on Facebook
one
and
day,
YouTube.
Right?
Well, I mean, they removed it
less than
later. But, like,
day.
it was up for a long time. Like, I'm not sure what it is or, like, what kind of computer systems they have before they can, like, kill a stream. But... I know, because, like, I get content ID'd recently a lot.
No worries, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I know. I'm okay with this. I have a feeling you wouldn't do it. I have a hunch, Okay. Yeah. So anyway, I think, because I got content ID'd the other day for some video I made 11 years ago. And I think their content ID system's getting stronger because, like, even if you upload a video with, like, copyrighted music in it, like, let's say with, like, Lady Gaga or something, they snatch that thing up quickly. Or if you say the words coronavirus, then I'm probably actually shooting myself in the foot by saying that, the word coronavirus, because there's a lot of people who are trying to make money off of it right now, and they're trying to like push down those videos, or they're trying to use an algorithm so that nobody can make money off the virus because it's kind of gross in a way. But anyway, Tokeny Andy says depends on how quick someone reports you. Yeah, that's true. I guess you could be streaming for like hours on end, and then it doesn't really matter. I guess until somebody reports you. I guess if you're really sick or something, and you like watching somebody get murdered on YouTube, I guess it would be up for a long time. Hard to say. Runaway Incursion, don't worry, Radrey, you're safe with us. Thanks.
Who knows?
Hey, our dislike went away. Huh, maybe they pushed the wrong button. Our dislike on our stream. Hooray, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Whoever did that. So let's see here. Okay, so so the objective that you want to do when you go in and you start dating in Japan, or at least in my experience, is as soon as you meet them, you have to have like some sort of opener, like when you're introducing yourself. And I found what works best for me is always introducing yourself, like hi, my name is Radley. I'm a filmmaker. I do blah 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 blah. Like, no, don't introduce that you're another English teacher, because that just makes it seem like oh god, not another one.
That's why you wore that vest the first time, huh?
Well, I don't know. You have to show your good points, because when you go on your first dates, it's all just a shit test. They want to see is this guy full of shit or not. It's just a test, and the guy is also testing the girl as well. It's all just it's like a push-pull technique. And
damn you, are you testing me?
Of course, you're testing me too. If you weren't testing me, then I would think that you're not interested, quote unquote. So you kind of have to test people. I don't think I was quote unquote testing you. I was actually seeing how far I could get into the relationship, because for a while there, because I had so much failure, so much, it got to the point where I stopped saying I don't want a long-term relationship anymore, because when I was in high school, that's the only thing I wanted. That was it. And I just I decided, what, I'm so bad at this, I'm so bad at dating women, that I'm just gonna do this thing where it's like, fuck it, I don't care anymore. And I wanted to see how far everything would go, from would something that would last more than a one night stand and such. Token Andy, we're not all full of shit. Well, I don't know. It depends. I mean, what I like about Kiki is Kiki's the first girl I met who was willing to put up with my bullshit. Because I know that there's some sort of bullshit that I do that just irritates the living shit out of people. So if you could find a girl that will put up with that, you're in good case. You're in good hands, quote unquote.
Should I be happy with that?
Yes, you should be extremely happy.
God damn it.
Yeah, so, you're working your opener. I'd say the best opener in my mind is, you're not always like, I'm a great magician and I'm going to show you my magic trick. Sure, that works, but it's kind of flashy and I'd say charai in a way. Like if a guy just randomly came up to you and started talking to you and not introducing yourself. Because I think in Japan, it's a country of traditions. Not just Japan, I guess anywhere really. Introducing yourself is big. Just mastering the self-introduction. But making yourself kind of seem interesting at the same time, not boring. Because, you're the interesting foreigner. You're not the fat guy with the bald head. Or maybe you are. But that's okay. They say bald dudes give the best sex.
Really?
That's what they've said. I don't know. I'm
I
not
don't
sure
want
if
to know
that's
the
true.
detail.
They're really good at sex, is what I hear.
Oh.
But if we have any bald people in the chat, or bald people who are listening, write in and tell us about how great you are at the sex and things like that. So, moving on. Yeah, after you master your introduction, the next objective is to be able to get their phone number. That's the biggest thing. If you're if you're on a dating app, the best thing you can do is to, what can I say? You kind of already have a lot of their details. I mean, you have probably their line ID. The best thing you can do is get, I guess nowadays, the best thing you can do is get their line ID. Or like some sort of like, or WeChat, because in China everybody uses WeChat. Yeah, so basically what you want to do is, all girls have freaking, phones. They have phones nowadays, right? And the best thing you can do is don't really ask for the phone number. I think the phone number nowadays is too personal. Like, if you just met some guy randomly, would you give them their line ID or your WeChat?
No.
Like, if you met someone today, even though you're dating me, I mean, like, because I know, like, there's been guys who've come up to you and wanted your line ID, right?
But...
Because we went to, like, Yodobashi, and, like, there's some guy who was hitting you up for your line ID, wasn't there?
Did I? Oh, I did give him
my
Facebook, because, you could always, like, delete it, or, I don't really post anything in Facebook anymore. So, trying to be nice, not feel...
Yeah, so don't overplay your hand when you're asking for, like, line ID and stuff like that. Because sometimes it just makes you seem desperate. And nobody likes a desperate man. Unless somebody does. I don't know. Do you like a desperate man? Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, so that's why, like, kind of meeting them randomly in public, I always think it's not such a great idea. Because it's just sort of like, why is this rando coming up to me and asking me for my line ID? Unless you have, like, they're in the mood for having a long-ass conversation with you, and they seem really cool or chill with talking to you randomly. And, like, they're interested in talking to you. Then you ask for the line ID or something or whatever. But, yeah, that's pretty tough. What do you think is the best time to ask for, like, like an ID, line ID, or WeChat, or WhatsApp, or any of these?
Obviously not the first time, not the first 10 minutes.
The first 10 minutes?
Not the first 10 minutes. After you got each other, like, knowing better, and you think the girl's interesting you, I mean, a little bit. I mean, it feels like the girl's interested you, then it's a time to ask the line ID. Okay, so you have to, like, look for those IOIs. The issue of interest. Make sure that, if she seems like she's interested in you, then you get the ID. Yes.
Not...
Otherwise, don't shame yourself.
Okay, yeah, don't shame yourself, too. What is it? Yeah, Tokniani, and when you're ready to say goodbye. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, it's true.
Runaway incursion. I like a desperate woman, though. Well, yeah, who doesn't like a desperate... Well, I don't know about that. Desperate woman. That's... Sometimes having a desperate woman is always a bad sign, I think. I always say, furu furu shimashou, as you're about to leave. What does that mean? Furu furu. Like, I don't know, fura fura? That's like moving your hair. Yeah.
Fua fua.
I forgot what that means. Wait, Tokni Andy works 99% of the time? Really? Huh. Well, maybe that's a new age thing. Like, you learn, it's always, it does pay to learn a lot of new words and new phrases to impress Japanese girls or Asian women because they get impressed. Like, how do you know that? That certain thing. That's why I read up on all this. Not for that reason. Because I'm just genuinely interested. But that is something that will interest them, I think. Don't you think? Yeah? Kiki's looking at me with like she's ready to pull out her knife again. Yeah, so then after you get the line ID, then you agree to meet up with them somewhere. Like Kiki was saying, like a cafe is the best place. But don't really go to a movie because you don't really talk. I guess maybe the next thing to do is maybe meet up with a bunch of other friends so they don't feel so insecure.
Kimazui.
Yeah, kimazui, awkward in front of you. Especially when you're, you don't really know each other, because like there's always those awkward moments when you don't meet somebody new for the first time. You don't really know what to say because you don't have a lot in common with them. I often they often say that a couple of things that are bad luck that you should never do in Japan. I don't know if you believe in luck or not. One of those is going on a first date to Disneyland. Second one is going on one of those swan boats in Kichijoji or Ueno. You know about this?
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? Yeah, they say it's bad luck. And the reason why I believe this is that
we went there.
Yeah, but we didn't do the swan boats. But I don't want to do those swan boats because everyone I've known, everyone I've known who've done swan boats with either like someone they're interested in, romantically, they've all had like trouble in their relationship.
Is that why
and they
you don't
all
want to
ended
do it
badly?
with me?
Yeah, I didn't want to do that with you.
Okay.
I don't want any of my relationships to go badly.
But I want to do it with you.
Yeah, I know.
No.
But
I mean, just for fun.
yeah, well, it's just I guess the next best thing is like go to some museum where you can look at stuff and talk about stuff. I'd say that's probably the best bet.
Yeah,
A museum's a good one.
Agree.
If you want to go to a coffee shop and talk about stuff, but I don't know, I always find myself running out of things to talk about usually at a coffee shop, and that you get these awkward pauses and silences. Like, I don't know, this guy's just whatever, so sometimes that doesn't always work. The good news is if you hit it off, quote unquote, with whoever it is you're dating, you should get a second date or a third date. And if you can't get one of those, then it's time to say goodbye. And then go on to the next one. Runaway incursion. Did the swan boat sink? No, it didn't sink.
It's just bad luck.
It's bad luck. Well, okay. I will say this. I knew this one. One of my former neighbors, who was he was homosexual. I should probably mention this. He was with one of his other guy friends, and they went on that boat. And one day he just says, "You know what? I don't like this relationship anymore. I'm gonna end it." And that's what my neighbor said. And then he got really angry about that, and he threatened to kill him. So, yeah, true story. There's a couple of others. I can't remember them off the top of my head. There's like one with a male friend of mine who's with a Japanese woman, and like saying, "Yeah, the date didn't really go well." It's not as good as that one. So I've avoided it ever since. Yeah, if you have a date with a guy who tells you he wants to kill you, not something good. So, without getting too personal here and turning this into too much of an R-rated conversation, I guess it's kind of inevitable at this point. I guess with some people, if you're religious, or if you're, I don't know, you're a celibate, or I'm not sure what it is you want to call yourself, and you don't want to have the sex or something, what you probably should do is, be able to prolong a friendship with someone that, will eventually agree to be your quote-unquote partner. But I don't think that exists anymore. I mean, eventually you kind of have to... You got to get somebody into the bone zone eventually. Because I say, this is what I'm saying. The third date is the best time for the bone zone. Really. I mean, if you want to get to a point where, you're with the girl, but if you want to get to that point and you want to get into the bone zone, the best thing I recommend, and I feel maybe I'm making Kiki uncomfortable with this, but anyway, what you want to do, hey, this is what everybody came here for.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah, you're gonna pull out your gun. What you're supposed to do is give lots of distance and find out some way how to get her back to your house. Some way. Make sure it's empty. Make sure it's clean. What else can I tell you? Sometimes when it comes to, I don't always recommend saying, "Hey, let's go to a love hotel," A random girl is not going to want to say yes to that, especially after meeting you after 3 dates or something. If you want to get things up to make them more romantic, because you have the urge, that's what I recommend. Because in Japan, people who have small apartments, they can obviously, it's a very private and intimate thing you can have. Simon-chan, I may be a tad old for this malarkey. Well, I don't know. I mean, I want to tell people exactly what it is they should know. So I mean, because I'm saying this. I have people who hit me up on the internet like, "Hey, I'm looking for pretty girls. Radley, can you help me?"
You sound like Behead.
Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, I do. But I'm just saying there are guys who come up to me who sound like that. Like, okay, first of all, stop saying you want pretty girls like that. Second of all, it's like if you want to get the sex or something, you can't stop talking like that. You gotta clean yourself up. Or at least this is me talking to myself 10 years or 20 years ago. You got to clean yourself up. You have to work on your posture, which is still kind of sucks for me today. You have to work on, your game and work on, when I say game, it's just basically like how to get the phone number, how to set up the dates, and how to get into the bone zone. And, I can say post-bone zone, after you get out of that, that's the time when you know if the relationship's going to become a real thing. Because I feel like being in the bone zone is really important. You'll learn a lot. Or if you want to be a religious person and wait till you get married and then find out that your wife is transgender, that's fine. I'm not saying that like it's a joke, and that's not meant to be transphobic. I'm just saying that in terms of, I think it's good to explore and learn things about your partner before, you get into like a long relationship. Like, nope, it's all about my religion, and I'm Mormon. Well, actually, I am still Mormon. It's just I haven't been, I've been inactive, quote unquote. So, I mean, otherwise you're going to end up like, what's his name? There's one Mormon internet guy. What's his name? Skippy? There's a guy on the internet. I think he was on Dr. Phil in the U.S. where his name is Skippy, and he wears these T-shirts that say, like, virginity rocks, and things like that. And he's never had sex, and he's, like, 40 years old. And he totally wants a girlfriend really badly, but he has his whole religion as a problem. Tokni Andy, there are only 2 phases you need to know. If a Japanese girl says, "Want to take a break?" Oh, really? Or I don't want to go home. You're already in the bone zone. I agree with this sentiment. Kaedi takunai. Yeah, that's always a good sign. That's a good IOI sign. They're basically set phrases. Oh, really? I was like, I can't read this kanji. It was like Q something. Yo, QK shimasu ka? Oh, okay. She's asking for a break. Okay. The sometimes it's hard to read kanji when it's not small. Yeah, Taidi Kakunai I can read. But anyway, I need new glasses. Runaway incursion. Luckily, Japanese women aren't religious. Yeah, so that's another plus. Simon Achanam, I'm writing these down. Unfortunately, I never got as far as in kanji when studying Japanese. That's also a really good pickup line. If you say something, it's the classic, and it always works. Like, hey, what does this say? I really need help with this one. Being the lost foreigner really, really helps. It'll never fail you. Never. And if it does, it's because you pushed too hard and you're too desperate. You motherfucker. Anyway. No, I'm just saying. I'm talking to myself 20 years ago. You beat yourself up for years, but eventually you will win. You will. I'm just saying, never give up. Life is like, sometimes, or at least for me, life is like Cuphead. You keep playing, and then you die, and then you die, and then you die, and you eventually will win. At some point. Or another. Yeah, so post-bone zone, you usually will know if the girl doesn't like you, she'll probably just leave. She'll stop returning your calls, and you'll know that she's not interested in you. The case with me and Kiki is, obviously we stuck around for a long time. And we liked each other a lot. He says, you know what, we really like each other. We don't want to be, we don't want to live apart from each other. And, you were living at the time. You were living in Machida, right? Yeah. And which was kind of far from me, but we started hooking up more and meeting up more, and then eventually it got to the point where if you want to have a girlfriend, you have to sort of you just kind of ask, and then it becomes a thing. And I remember the very first time, and I always remember the very first place when I asked her to be my girlfriend, which was in Shinjuku, right after we did Purikua.
Oh, really?
And yeah, you don't even remember?
Oh, no.
Yeah. And
yeah, I remember, I guess.
Huh. Let's see. Toki. Well, it's okay. It was important for me. And Kiki was the first girl to ever buy me something. She bought me a Bear Brick toy gift, like, after the day we first dated. I said, I love this. Like, I think I fell in love with her at that moment. But
God damn it, that bear.
Huh? Well, I'm just saying, I fell in love with
okay.
lots of girls, and it's just sort of like, and then I got disappointed, I'm like, oh, she doesn't like me anymore. Oh. Anyway, it was a Tokyo Andy QK suggests going to Love Hotel. Oh, really? So, the more you know. Thank you, Tokyo Andy. Thanks for that info. Tokyo Andy, Shimaska generally means, do you want to go to a love? Oh, really? Okay, so, yeah, that really makes sense. In terms of a Japanese context, if they want to go to a love hotel, they won't say the words nabuho, or they won't say those words. They'll just automatically assume everything. You'd say the same as in China, right? They would just assume, right? So let's see. But translates literally, do you want to take a break? Right. Do you want to take a break? I'll pull up my cigarettes. Maybe you'll know what that means. I mean, a real break. But don't do that in Japan, just to let you know. Because it's not safe to mow the lawn here. Let's see. Whoa, Tokyo Andy, took him 7 years to find that out. Yeah, no, sometimes you have to pick up on these subtle readings that women give you. It really helps. Yeah, so that concludes how to date in Japan and how to, be successful. Anything you want to add to this?
Yeah, just be patient.
Be patient?
Yeah, you will find your girl.
Yeah, be patient.
Boy.
Don't give up. Remember, life is like Cuphead. You'll die and die and die.
And live again.
Yeah, and live again. And you'll be reborn, like Jesus. You'll be the dating Jesus here in Japan. Okay, so I went to... I figured the way we'd end this stream is we bought a bunch of these...
Candy.
Flavor beans from... was it Universal Studios Japan and the Harry Potter exhibit, and we never got around to eating them, and we never had an excuse. What? Yes, you'll open them, and I don't know if you think it's still safe to eat those. What?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right, because sometimes they have like weird flavors and everything, and so. Sayano Chanama asks, is it snowing? Yes, it is snowing outside here in Japan.
Yeah, it's snowing the first time. The first day of this year, snowing.
Yeah, Tokyo Andy, decent advice for dating. Yeah, pretty much dating anywhere, I would say. Going back to like social customs, sometimes you have sort of social differences. You need to learn certain things of like what's acceptable and what's not. Hugging is kind of a big no-no here. You shouldn't randomly hug people, even if you want to do the random, like, I'm a foreigner and I touch people because I'm a toucher. Oh, thank you. You're a foreigner, you like to touch people, and
oh, that's big.
It is big. This is good for folly. This is gonna sound so awkward as an audio show. Oh, it's big. What? Alright, Tokyo Andy, except for that shit about dying.
Sorry.
Yeah, about dying and being reborn over and over again. Yes. Yeah, like I said, there's certain customs that you just have to get used to. Certain things. And lots of trial and error. So let's see. They actually have a listing of all the jelly beans here. It's not any gross ones like earwax like they have on the movie. What's this one? Banana. Is it marshmallow?
One's
Blueberry.
banana.
Oh, they're all normal. They're not any weird ones.
Really?
Cherry.
Like they had a booger
Suica.
one.
Yeah, booger. No, I don't think they have booger ones. I don't even know what boogers taste like. Do they even have a taste?
I'm sure you did.
All right. Well, I know that, like, what's his name? You know Nathan Fielder from Nathan For You? What's this? That's pretty good.
What is that?
I don't know what that tastes like. Root beer.
Hmm.
No, Nathan Fielder from Nathan For You. One time he tried to make this, like, frozen yogurt stand become more successful. And so what he did was, what is it? He says, why don't you make a poop poop yogurt? This is true. And so he asked these scientists to, like, say, hey, could you find one that actually has, like, that's not going to hurt anybody, not going to kill anyone, that would probably taste like poop. And,
Hey, they do have booger flavor.
oh, Jesus. Do they?
Like, see?
Oh, Hanakuso. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, okay, there's in there. I don't even know what that would taste like.
Okay, let me find for you.
All right, okay. I have to. Is there an earwax one? Ben Duncan, no blast furnace thing. What's this? This is the booger one.
What do you think?
That's supposed to be boogers?
Tastes that good?
I don't know what this tastes like. It doesn't taste good. You know, the funny thing was in that episode, he had the poop flavored yogurt, the frozen yogurt, and then like he gave it to this woman. She's like, "Is this poop flavored?" I'm like, "How did you know what that tasted like?"
Yeah.
I
had it before.
Ben Duncan, no blast furnace slang. Slag? What does that mean? Oh, salty. Yeah, probably the booger one tastes salty. Have you tried it yet, or are you not going to try it?
The booger one? Okay, I'll try.
Oh, you know which one it is? Is that the only one? Is that the booger one?
Yes. Ew, what is this?
I guess that kind of defeats the purpose. Like, it's supposed to be like a blind taste test, right? All right,
Oh, yeah, sure.
Well, let me give you one. Let me tell you. Can you
Okay.
guess which one this is by just tasting it? Here.
Yeah, sure.
All right, here you go.
All
right, go ahead. No, go ahead. Any guesses?
I saw the color. It's red one.
Yeah.
But I didn't see that paper.
Actually, I can't really tell. There's so many reds on here. Which one do you think it is? There's one in here called. Actually, I feel bad. I don't know what this is in English. Mimizu aji. What's that?
Tastes like what does that taste?
I don't know.
Like coughing medicine?
Cough medicine?
Yeah.
What's mimizu? Do you know what that is? This one here.
Yeah, that bug.
Oh, earthworm.
Yeah.
Earthworm. Okay, I didn't know that word. Earthworm. Huh. I think I gave you that one. I don't even know what those taste like. All right. Okay, your turn. Give me one.
Okay.
Actually, I didn't even know what Mimizu was, so sorry about that. Salty. So while Kiki's picking the next one, I guess I could give some updates on the coronavirus. That's probably what everybody
Close
wants to
your
know.
eyes.
All right.
You can see the color because you saw the structure already.
Ugh.
Ugh. I did it.
Is this the earwax one? Oh, this tastes terrible.
Really?
What is it? Is this pizza?
No.
It tastes like it's supposed to it was trying to be like mozzarella cheese.
It's Gillo.
Oh God, it's ghetto. Ah, gross. Yeah, this one's like ultimately gross.
Really?
Oh.
Should I try?
For our non-Nihongo
won't
listeners
try.
out there, ghetto is vomit.
Yeah.
Oh God, that was awful. Ugh. Man, okay, that was probably
Next
revenge
time.
for earthworms. I understand now. All right, here you go. It's a blue one.
It's a
Let me
blue?
see. Yeah, I'll let you look. No, that one's not too bad. You got a safe one, I think. What is it?
Oh. No, I don't like it.
It says green apple.
Really?
Yeah.
Aoiringo.
No, it's not.
Okay. There's also suika, and then there's shioaji.
This taste make me breathing hard.
I don't know, which one do you think that was? It was a green one, wasn't it? Alright, okay, your turn.
It's not that bad, but it's
Yeah. What is it? This would be the good first date idea.
Yeah! Would this be a good first date idea? Having them try a bunch of jelly beans?
I guess I will see you again.
Yeah, it's a good way to like learn about each other. That's true.
Okay.
Alright, okay. You picked yours? Let's try it.
Let me see.
It's like bubble gum. Is that bubble gum?
Oh, I give it the nicest one. I mean the
Bubble gum,
nicest
right?
one.
It's not bubble gum?
One more chance.
Cotton candy. Cotton candy? Yeah, it tastes like cotton candy.
Yeah.
All right.
Japanese is satotsuke kudamono aji,
Oh.
which means like fruits with sugar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Alright.
All right.
Here you go. Here's the next one.
So let's try that. This one is for sure this one.
What is it?
It's not bad.
No idea what it is?
It's like no idea. I have no idea what it's tasting.
You've had it before. I just said it earlier. I mean, this sucks for our audience because I can't see which one it is. I'll just show people what it is here. If you can read Japanese, then
Awesome. It's right here. And yes, I do need to clip my fingernails.
I look like some beast. Or like one of those guys who've been staying in
Did I have this already?
underground internment camp or something.
What's up? You know what? Yeah, you've had it before. This thing. No idea? Give up?
Blueberry.
Nope. Green apple.
Oh,
Yep.
doesn't taste like green apple though.
Oh, okay. Alright, your turn.
Can I see the instruction first?
Let's see.
You want to see the instruction?
Yeah.
Oh, I lost it. Oh, here it is. Here you go.
Oh, you hide it.
Yeah. Coronavirus updates.
I think they've stopped all travel from everywhere, haven't they?
Yeah, probably it's not good time to travel.
Like, you can't... No, I mean, you can't even fly into Japan right now, right?
No, you could.
You can? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I won't look. Sorry. Ugh. Is this goma? It tastes like bad goma. Or like, if you ever eaten a hot dog that like got burned,
Ew.
like a burned hot dog or a burned hamburger,
Is it the last
Tastes
one?
like that. What is that? Oh, that's awful. What is that?
Black pepper.
Oh, okay. Oh, black pepper. Yeah, that's definitely black pepper. Yeah. Julian Wilkinson, can you buy toilet paper? Yeah, they've restocked toilet paper.
Oh, there's another funny story about toilet paper.
What's that? What's the funny story about toilet paper?
Ah, that's terrible. I had that black pepper.
Oh, you had the black pepper? Yeah, it's pretty bad, isn't it?
Almost
It tastes
spit
like
out.
it tastes like charcoal.
Oh.
And yes, I had accidentally eaten charcoal. Or I imagine that's what charcoal would taste like.
I think I've tasted charcoal.
You had it? Yeah, is
No.
that awful? Oh, that is awful.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, speak of the
Toilet paper?
paper. Yeah, remember I asked you to go get that toilet paper?
Yeah, yeah.
And then he brought those toilet paper to the work.
Well, yeah, because I didn't time my day right. And so
Uh-huh.
I brought toilet paper and tissue and what is it? Kleenexes, tissues on the train. Everybody was giving me weird looks. I'm like, I don't know, fuck you. I got toilet paper and tissues. Who cares? This is Japan. Where anything goes.
Uh-huh.
She was making fun of me because of it.
Yeah.
Yes, you can still buy toilet paper.
The only thing you can't really buy right now is masks. You can't find them
Yeah.
anywhere.
I can't find it.
I mean, if anybody knows a resource where there are masks available, let me know. But probably if you tell me now, everybody will go there.
Even actually, I'm working for the pharmacy store.
Oh, really? Yeah, she works at a pharmacy
Oh,
store.
really?
She's having really hard time finding masks, right?
Either too. Yeah.
Julian Wilkinson, because it's been sold out in Sydney. What is the deal with the toilet paper? I don't get it. Like,
No. They say like this is an experience of a lot of Japanese people. Like when the last biggest earthquake happened, they really needed toilet paper. I mean that's one of the experience they got. So
Then why are other countries doing it?
the other country.
I was reading this ridiculous article about it yesterday, and they're talking about buying toilet paper is about control. It's about controlling your life. Like, what? How is buying toilet paper about control?
Like you can wipe your, I mean
Your booty?
I mean you can use that toilet paper for a lot of things. Dry your hands or you need it. Oh god damn it, this cough has got me. God.
Yeah, it's hay fever season here in Japan.
Yes.
So it's like sometimes you'd be freaking out, like, oh god, I got the coronavirus. Oh no, it's just hay fever. All right. Like yesterday, like I was starting to feel like really warm, and I didn't realize the temperature was dropping outside because it is snowing here. Because it has to get cold enough for it to start snowing. And then I started, oh my god, do I have a fever? And I'm like, oh no, it's just the aircon.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that freaked me out a little bit, but I don't know. Everybody's staying relatively clean here right now.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's wearing masks. If you work in the
Wash your
service industries,
hands
yeah,
first.
everybody who's like serving food are wearing masks.
Yeah.
There's very few places you can go to where they don't have paper masks on,
Mm-hmm.
because I made one video before this one on the coronavirus with the Andy scene, and we talked about it. We talked about the different types of masks you have. I said the paper ones, the ones everybody's wearing right now, they aren't really effective against the virus, but they are effective if you have the virus, and it's helpful to like not give it to other people.
Yes.
So that's why you should, it's probably a safe bet to go to a restaurant where everybody's wearing masks. Because that means they're not trying to put their blah, 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 on all the food. Like, here you go. None of that shit. But anyway. All right, next one. Here you go. Try it. Tell me what it is.
Oh.
What, you give up? You're done? You're done? You're done with this?
After that black pepper.
Oh, that one ruined your day, huh? Well, let me see. Is there one in here that I haven't tried yet? Let me see. Where's that thingy? Let me see. Oh, boy.
Strawberry.
Well, strawberry's supposed to be a good taste.
This is a good
Yeah,
one.
ghetto no aji. That's terrible.
The one you get?
Yeah, vomit. Oh, it is earwax. Was it Mimi Aka? That's what they call that? Mimi Aka?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. No, you learn stuff every day. Wait, what is this? Dirt?
Tsuchi? Yes.
Suchi? That's dirt? Oh, boy. One of those... What is the other one in here? There also is...
Cinnamon? Give me the
Yeah,
cinnamon.
I think I gave you the cinnamon.
Mm.
What else is on here? This is what does this thing say? Something. Oh, it's so small. It's hard to see. It's like okashi.
Yeah, okashi.
That's just candy.
Mm-hmm.
And then sausage. They have a sausage flavor.
Really?
Yeah, sausage.
I want to try.
What is okay? Let me ask people in the chat who are living in different places. I know Simon is in the Netherlands. Are they selling out of toilet paper there too? And Julian, you said you were in Sydney. Do you know why it's selling out? Do you have any logical explanation for why it's selling out? Because I have no idea why it is. Trying to look for that sausage flavored one. Let's see.
I can't find it.
There's one more in there. I want to see. What is it called? It's a yellow one. And then there's also, lemon candy flavored. And that's it. What the hell is this?
What is it? Let me see.
Oh, that's cotton candy, right?
Is this one?
Looks like sausage.
No.
What is that one? Is it ghetto?
Banana?
The ghetto one? Man, that one was really gross.
The
That was
banana.
really, really gross.
Is it banana?
Maybe. Do you want me to try it? Are you too afraid?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, I'll try it.
It takes me a little bit of time to find it.
Yeah, it's banana.
Oh, okay, great.
100% banana.
Mm-hmm.
We're so afraid of trying these jelly beans.
Yeah.
Simon Ochanama. My son said the shelves are getting empty of toilet paper.
Mm.
Huh. Maybe toilet paper is that one embarrassing item that everybody needs. And then they don't want to be embarrassed when they don't have toilet paper. Maybe that's why everybody's hoarding it. I don't know. It's definitely a mystery. Julian Wilkinson. I think it's literally just herd mentality. Yeah, it might be that too. Maybe because they saw it in Japan that people were hoarding toilet paper. Said, well, they're doing that in Japan. We gotta do it here. You know, because the Japanese, they know things. Right?
Probably.
But yeah, is there any more you want to try?
No, I'm picking something good one.
You're only looking for the good ones. Are there any we haven't tried yet?
I say we try it all.
We're afraid to try them.
Oh no, I don't want to try this one.
What is it? Oh boy, you're making me try it. Let's see. Ugh.
How about
This is the one that's dirt, isn't it?
try
This is
one?
dirt. Okay.
Don't
All right.
look.
All right, I'm not looking. This one's dirt, wasn't it?
Try this one then.
Oh, man. I like how they're not afraid to actually put gross ones in here. What even is this? Tastes like nothing.
It's the same thing.
Oh.
That's why it tastes so nasty.
Oh, okay. Yes, that definitely tastes like the ground.
Really?
I mean, when you're playing sports, and then, you eat it, you fall on the ground, you definitely taste the ground. What is it? Runaway Incursion says, classic Freudian psychology.
Here.
No. Alright, what's this? Alright. What is this? Tastes like a banana.
Oh, really? Sorry, I gave you a
Yeah.
wrong one.
This is her trying to torture me. Hey, Brandon Dione, thanks for joining the chat. We're about to wrap things up here. We just tried all the jelly beans. Is this the gross one?
No.
Oh, this looks awful.
No. Come on, just putting.
Yeah, it's as awful as it looks. It's not that bad.
You know what is that?
Earwax?
No.
No? What is it?
Bad eggs.
Bad eggs? I didn't see that one on there.
See, 腐った卵.
Oh. Bad egg.
Oh, that smells
Like a rotten egg?
Oh, don't kiss me tonight. Goddamn. Oh,
Oh,
that smells boy. That smells like.
It even smelt spoiled?
No, that smells really bad.
Huh.
Even.
Man, these jelly beans are definitely fan service. I'll tell you that much. Making Harry Potter jelly beans that have gross ones that are actually really gross. I mean, if you think about it from a marketing standpoint, that's a terrible idea. Kiki and Radrey now have to do a booger rush. Says, no.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Okay.
Last one?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, do you know one more? For the record, I don't eat my own boogers. That's true.
I saw you once.
Yeah, fake news. That was not my booger. That was something else. There was because I was eating. What was I eating?
I don't want to know it.
All right, yeah. Let's move on. I don't want to take it to Gross Town today. Kind of already did, but that's okay. She has to find the last one to torture me before.
Yeah. Before we leave.
Yeah. Simon no Chanama, maybe not a first date good idea. Don't kiss me tonight. Yeah. You found the last one? Oh God, what is this? It's light blue. Ugh. This tastes
After I heard ugh.
It tastes
so
like.
happy.
This tastes like when you're taking a bath, and then you accidentally get soap water in your mouth.
It's closed. So.
Oh,
what
it's
is
closed.
that? No.
Okay.
I mean, it closed. What do you? The
The
taste.
soap?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely tastes like soap. Oh man.
Really? Did I try?
Brandon the owner. The truth has been revealed. Radrey eats his boogers. No, it's not. That was not my booger. It wasn't. I don't know what she's talking about. I've seen people on the train do this. Adults eat their boogers before.
Oh.
I
come
have.
on.
Haven't you seen this? You've seen it too, right?
No.
All right.
Was it Runaway Incursion, Radrey? Are you going to feature Kiki more? Yeah, I want to feature Kiki more on the live stream. She's a lot of fun, right? Oh boy, that's not a good reaction.
No, I mean I'm no sorry for my the candy.
Oh, okay. Which one is that?
The soap.
Soap?
It's not too bad. But
It does taste like soap, though. Like edible soap. That's really weird. If there was edible soap, would you eat it? If you had soap you could wash yourself with, would you eat
you
it?
never had that before when you were kids?
No, that's gross. I'm not gonna do that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Brandioni. Oh yeah, I've had plenty.
I guess
I've had it
did.
plenty of times. It's fucking disgusting. You're talking about your boogers.
Okay. Well, thanks for that tidbit, I guess. The more you know. Wait, what's that one?
No, I don't want.
You don't want any more?
Oh, that's too bad.
I should just like go like this and just put them all in my mouth at the same time, like.
Oh!
that would be
I
terrible. It would be a nightmare. That's what hell is. Being force-fed jelly beans from Harry Potter world. Oh, that was a banana one. That's a good one.
Really?
I like
didn't
that
like
one.
it. I didn't like it.
You didn't like the banana one?
I guess now I know which one I can eat.
Oh.
Yeah, this one. This one. No,
Which one?
no. This one.
Is this one the rotten egg one?
No.
Looks like the rotten egg one.
Ew, the stick on there. No, I don't want it anymore.
Oh god. Oh god. That is the. Oh god. Man, that was. Oh.
Oh.
Oh Jesus.
Ew.
Oh.
I should give you like a 5 of it.
Oh dude. That was like. Oh man, that's gonna stay in my mouth forever. Oh. Man, eat these at your own risk. That was awful.
Oh, I can smell it.
This is me, bringing me back to the days of when I don't know if anybody who's old enough, who's been on YouTube long enough.
Don't tell me.
What?
Is that something gross?
No.
Oh, okay.
Been on YouTube long enough.
There's a creator who
Was once on this show, Why Come Japan, and he tried. He went to Ice Cream City in Ikebukuro. It's gone now. Now it's just Namjatown. And they have weird flavors there, I think, still. But it's not as cool as it once was. And Tokyo Kuni there went, and he tried all the different ice creams. They had all these different types of ice creams there. And by far, one of the grossest ones that almost made him throw up was...
almost, but he didn't.
Almost. No, maybe he did. I don't know. It was Indian curry ice cream. Oh, it was disgusting. I tried it, too.
Really?
Oh, it's gross.
This sounds that bad.
I had yakisoba ice cream too. That was also.
You mean put really like a soba on the ice cream?
No. It's just like the flavor.
Oh, just the tasting.
The yakisoba ice cream. No, it was bad. It was bad. We had garlic ice cream. That was also bad too.
Cow tongue.
Wilkinson cow tongue. I think I've had cow tongue before. I didn't hate it.
I like it a lot.
I've had things I absolutely hated.
What?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I've actually started enjoying eating natto now. That one time
Really?
that one time you left me natto. It's like, I don't want to throw this away and I don't want to waste food. I'm like, I'll just give it another try. I'm like, you know what? It's kind of like drinking beer. After having so many of them, I actually kind of like it now.
Ooh.
I don't want to sound like that pretentious Japanese
And then you know
person.
what? It's sold out everywhere in natto now.
Why is that?
Just like toilet paper.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I've really acquired a taste for it. It's really strange.
Yeah, and one time I put natto in the bread, like and rolling together, just
For
like
me?
no, for myself.
Oh, okay.
That's a little bit. Well, it's not bad, but I start like it too.
Yeah, it's definitely
really
what they call it,
weird,
like
but...
an acquired taste, as they say.
Because like I said, I don't want to sound like one of those Japanese people who are like so proud of eating natto.
I can eat natto.
Simon Achanma says natto is okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it the first time. I thought like, it's just okay. Like, but yeah, it's so healthy for you. You gotta eat it. You gotta eat more of it. You gotta have more natto. It's like it's good for you. It's good. It's good. It's like, are you not Japanese? Can you eat natto? Do you like natto? It's always like one of those stock answer questions that I mean, no disrespect to Japanese people who ask this question, but like, do you like natto? Like it's
It's almost like a shit test, like with the dating in Japan thing. Here we go. We came full circle. All right. Do you want to end it here?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so I want
Oh
to
my
thank
God.
everybody for watching. Everyone who stuck around in the chat with your lovely comments. Thank you, Tokeny Andy, Simon Achanama, Julian Wilkinson, and Brandon Leone, and who else joined us? It was Ben Duncan. I don't know if you're
Andy?
still around. No, Andy's not here. Oh, you know, Tokeny Andy. We know too many Andys. Because I think you were talking about the Andy Sand.
I don't know.
All right, then. There is nobody booked for next week's slot or next week's guest. I'm still on the search for more guests. So until then, I'm Radley and
Kiki.
see you guys.
Bye.
Bye.